Hey, welcome to my kitchen. I'm going to attempt making some Boston cream cupcakes, or I call them Boston cream muffins. So we used to sell them during the summer months in my store that I work at, and they were delisted when we started the autumn. So they were a very popular muffin, so hopefully they'll come back. Everyone really liked them, including me. So I'm going to try baking them from scratch. I haven't baked since the last thing I baked in this kitchen would have been, I tried cornbread. Have you ever seen The Witches, the film, the original? Not the original, sorry, the second one. She gives the child cornbread, so I wanted to give it a go and see what it was like. But yeah, it's an acquired taste, didn't really like it. So I've just been out to get all my ingredients from Sainsbury's. So I was going to try filming this on a different camera, just because I need to look at the recipe on my phone, because to print it out from the website it was 24 pages. I'm not printing 24 pages, so I've literally got my Chromebook balanced on top of the air fryer at the moment, and then I can still have the camera running on my phone. I did try with the camera, and if I come out of the camera and go to Safari, it cuts the video off. So I did dig out my other cameras, but I've not used them for so long, the batteries are dead. So that dead, they're asking for the correct date and time, so they're on charge, but I don't know if I'll use them at a later date. So yeah, so basically I found a recipe on Google. I think it was the first recipe I clicked on, and it's Sugar Spun Run by Sam Merritt. Just click out this message. So I've gone to go and get all the ingredients from Sainsbury's this morning. So the recipe, it looks quite complicated. I haven't baked cakes for years. I did baking in secondary school. I studied food technology for 2 years at GCSE level. And I've baking cakes all the way through that, but I've not made a cake in so long. So this is broken down into 3 different components. This is very, very slow. Just scroll to the bottom of the page. So yeah, basically it's the actual cupcakes themselves. You've got the ganache, chocolate ganache frosting that goes on top, and then the Boston cream pastry cream that's in the middle. So this is my first time doing them, so God knows how it's going to turn out. I've had to buy a new set of weighing scales this morning because I tipped my scales on the floor by accident, knocked them on the floor, and they smashed, and they were old anyway, so I just kind of had to buy a new scale from Sainsbury's. It was like 15 quid, but it was the cheapest one I could get, but it's digital as well, so that's good. So I've just washed the bowl for that, given it a rinse under the tap, and then set the scale all up, set the clock and everything, and it gives you a temperature reading in the bathroom. Not so exciting. Right, so you're going to have to bear with me. This is going to be a case of me talking and maybe picking up the camera in between, and then yeah, it's the only way I could do it. So I think we're doing the pastry cream first. So I think this roughly takes about 4.5 hours to do. So it's the pastry cream first. So it says I need to combine milk, cream, half a cup of sugar and salt in a medium-sized saucepan over a medium heat. Stir frequently until sugar is dissolved and mixture begins to simmer. Remove from heat and allow to cool for 10 minutes. Okay, so need a saucepan. Combine milk, cream, half a cup of sugar. So all the ingredients are listed on the recipe in exact measurements. It's just, yeah, it gives you the measurements in cups as well, just if you want to do it that way, unless you don't want to like measure things out properly. So, combined milk, just bear with me. Right. Milk. Now I've got some milk left over from the other day. So I did a fish pie this week. I did cottage pie from scratch from this week. I did yesterday tomato soup from scratch in my soup maker. So as we're going into like autumn, winter, I'm starting to make like the big kind of batches of things in like larger dishes, and then you can freeze them and then have them over several days. So combined milk cream, I've read this several times. I've literally, in my second coffee today, I've just been to Starbucks and I've had a 3-shot oat latte, which I could feel it before, but it's kind of a one-off now. And we're only 20 past 10 in the morning. Right, combined milk cream, half cup of sugar. Right, so I suppose we've got to measure the milk out. So, 236 ml, so $200. Right, well that's 50, so let's say, I'd say that's about that. It's probably a bit over. Sugar, salt in a medium-sized saucepan. But why does it say heavy cream? It doesn't say that in there. Why does it say heavy cream, but it doesn't tell you on the description to... This is why I hate reading from recipes. It's stressful. For me, it's stressful. But once I know how to make things from scratch, it's a lot easier. I don't have to read the recipe. It's just trying to process it in your head. Right. It says heavy cream at the bottom, but it's not on the description. It just says milk and sugar. So I'm going to put it in. Can't do any harm anyway. Half a cup of sugar. So is there an exact measurement for sugar? Half a cup plus 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Why would you put half a cup of sugar in and plus 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar? It doesn't make any sense. Right, I'm going to put in 67 grams of sugar. Why it says plus 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar when you were asking me to put half a cup in? It doesn't make any sense. Right, sugar. God knows when I last used this sugar. I used to drink a lot of tea, and apologies, you can probably see my arm. wander around. And I used to drink tea for years. Always a tea drinker from a very young age, maybe from age 3 or age 4. I really became addicted to coffee when I was about 20, 21. But when I was with one of my ex-partners, well, my ex-fiance, he got me into putting sugar in my tea, like 2 teaspoons, and I got used to it. So, right, let's do, this is stressing me out already. I don't like being all over the place. Right, let's dry this bowl. See, when I started doing cottage pie from scratch, that used to stress me out. Like, with all the different pots in the kitchen and then all the washing up I had to do. And then, but with cottage pie, I literally just throw things in, I don't measure things out, and that used to stress me out. And I used to just find it quite overwhelming. And now I just do it literally from scratch. It just doesn't even stress me. Right, so we need to measure. So how do I put the scales on? 0, 0. There we go. Right. Sugar. We said 67 grams. So 1, 2. Right, I think 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, we're at 57. 67, bang on 67 grams. Right, there we go. Right, so now I need to put this somewhere. Let's just, it's a very, very small kitchen, I don't have any space. So, can I change the camera? Oh, I can't change the camera. Right, so ignore the hob. So, because I haven't cleaned it since yesterday. My milk's in there, and then my sugar is in there. So, I thought I could at least change the. You'd think you'd be able to change the camera. Right, so I'm adding this to milk, right? Right, I'm gonna put this, it says heavy cream in, but it's definitely in there because the ingredients are split into groups for each component. So I got double cream because I'm assuming that's heavy cream. I had to look up a few things on Google because it just didn't make sense. I think like one of them was cornstarch. I was like, what the hell is cornstarch? Turns out it's corn flour. And then there was another one that was a syrup, and I was like, I've never heard of this before. Looked it up on Google, and apparently it's what did I buy? It's golden syrup. So right, double cream is 236 ml. 236 ml. Right, let's do this in the same one as the. Behave. Right, 236. Oh, so it's almost the same as the milk. Right. Okay. So, by the way, this recipe makes 2 trays of 12, I think. So it's going to be a lot. Right, done that. think I'm going to put that back in the fridge. Okay. Right, would help if I turn the hob on. What did I cook on this hob yesterday? I can't remember. It was clean. Oh, I think because I'm making soup yesterday. It's got salt in it. Got salt granules, so I've put salt on something. Oh, I know what it was. Because you have to roast the onions and the garlic with the balsamic vinegar and salt and pepper and something before you put them in the soup maker. And I must have put the baking tin that I use on top of the cooker because I've got no storage space, no countertop space. And then, yeah. Anyway, moving on. So I need to do this on what? Oh my god, this is so slow. It's like one of these websites that's got advert after advert after advert on it. And then you're just trying to read the article. Do you know you sometimes click on news articles and then it's like, it's free, but you get all the adverts in between and you have to kind of pick your way through the paragraphs. It's like that. But there's just so many adverts on it and stuff. It's like so slow on this Chromebook. See, I can't even get back up to the... Right, I'm trying to scroll here. Right, okay. Stir frequently until sugar is dissolved and mixture begins to simmer. Remove from heat and allow to cool for 10 minutes. Right, okay. So let's put that on a low temperature. This hob is very, very slow because it's old-fashioned. Hot plates. I do need to boil some water to I prefer to wash up as I go along because I can't stand mess. It just drives me mad. I can't stand dishes on the side or in the bowl. So I had work done on the electrics, so I can now actually heat the water in the hot water tank at the same time as I cook, so I don't have to like heat it from after cooking when I've switched everything off, because before it was tripping everything out. But I won't heat the tank just yet because we've got a lot to do. So and I only try and heat it for like 20-minute or half-hour increments just to keep costs down. So right, remove from heat and allow to cool for 10 minutes. So stir frequently until sugar is dissolved and mixture begins to simmer. Right, okay, right. Okay, what next? Let's put the milk back in the fridge. I feel like we've made zero progress. Right. Oh my god, we're on step 2. In a separate large bowl, vigorously whisk together egg yolks and remaining sugar until sugar begins to dissolve. About 15 to 30 seconds. Sprinkle cornstarch, which is our that thing, and whisk until combined slightly thickened. So it's 5 large egg yolks, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. So if it says egg yolks, do we put in the whole egg or do we separate the egg whites from the egg yolks? I don't know. Right, need a mixing bowl. One mixing bowl. is it wet? I use it to store my pan lids in, so they've been recently washed. That's why. Just thought they were dry. I think the water stays in the handles, so. Right. Right, it says egg yolks, so I'm not gonna add the whole egg in. I'm just gonna separate the egg yolks, which that's gonna be interesting. An interesting task. I've done it before and managed. In a separate bowl, vigorously whisk vigorously, right, so we need to aggressively whisk remaining sugar until sugar begins to dissolve. But why does it say remaining sugar? Sugar from the previous step? Five large egg yolks, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Fuck knows. Apologies for swearing. Right. Don't want these eggs because they're now gone. So eggs. How many? 5. Right. This is going to be interesting. Right, now the way you do this. Aha, look at that. Done it. 1 egg yolk. Do I get rid of the whites? No, I'll get rid of the whites. Fine. I think I'm just going to throw sugar in this anyway, because I don't know why it says remaining sugar. It's just... Don't you dare. No. The egg whites are in the bowl. Frick. Alright, well, sorry, they're going to stay in there. I did the first one okay. Come on, you can do it. Oh my god, I've done that one as well. Freaking heck. I mean, it's going to be some egg whites in there. Right, how many is that? 4. Don't you dare, come on. I'm not very good at this. Separating egg whites from egg yolks. Number 5. No, rubbish. Oh dear. Right, there's a lot of egg whites in there, but I just, well, next time. Right, wash my hands. Right. Yeah, there's a bit of egg whites. I think I only managed 1 egg. But, yeah, I know this isn't going to be perfect first time, for sure. So, proof the pudding. Yeah. Right. First time it's not going to be perfect. Right, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, which is apparently corn flour. And I've got cornmeal. Right. Should think it's the same. God, I'm stressed already. Only on the freaking cream. Still got to make the actual muffins yet. Or cupcakes, whatever you want to call them. Right, what did I say? 3. Right, well I do heat tablespoons, so I'll just check this doesn't say teaspoons. Tablespoons, right. 1, 2, 3. 1. Oh, yeah. I keep the flour in like a zip bag, just to stop it going, like moisture getting to it and stuff. This is going to be a very long video, but I apologise. Right, done. Right, give this milk and cream a stir. Right, let's see. Right, well, sprinkle cornstarch over mixture and whisk until combined. Well, oops, I tipped it in anyway. So what does it mean by remaining sugar? Right, I'm gonna just put oh dear, this is stressful. Let's just scroll up to the top, see what it says. Granulated sugar divided. Doesn't make any sense. Right, it says we need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Do wish my Chromebook could behave. Right. Salt. Right, I'm just going to put in 3 tablespoons of sugar. It's not going to do any harm. Because the previous recipe said plus 3 tablespoons. Yeah, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, but that's going in the pan. So, just gonna put some salt into there. Not measuring out. I don't measure things, I just throw it in, it's easier. I know when you're baking you have to be exact, but right, let's put tablespoons. Let's put 3 tablespoons of sugar. It's going to be a lot of sugar. 2, 3. So it says whisk, but I've got a blender, a hand blender anyway. Right, I'll say that's 15 seconds. Okay. While whisking constantly, slowly drizzle about half a cup of milk mixture into the egg mixture. We're tempering the mixture this way to keep the eggs from cooking. Right, so I'm guessing it's from that's on the hob. Gradually add remaining cream until completely combined. Oh dear, dear, dear. Pour mixture back into saucepan and return to the stove top over medium heat, whisking frequently until mixture begins to thicken. Remove from heat and pour through to fine mixture in a heat-proof bowl. Add vanilla and whisk and butter, 1 piece at a time. Wow. Okay. Right, well the milk is, I wouldn't say it's even simmering yet because this is a very slow hop. So I'm going to need a bowl. A heat-proof bowl. So I just need to wait for this to simmer. Right. And then at the end of this, we're almost at the end of the Boston cream. So although it's a long way off from being servable, so just need this milk and cream to heat up. So in a separate large bowl, vigorously whisked, then we've done that. While whisking constantly, slowly drizzle about half a cup of milk mixture into the egg mixture. Right, so I think we've got to pour it from the pan slowly into the mixing bowl. So the eggs don't cook because it's hot. And then it all gets mixed, and then pour mixture back into saucepan and return to the stove top over medium heat. Well, good luck with that, because that's almost near the we might need a bigger saucepan for this. Because that's almost at the height of this. I've used like the smallest saucepan, so. Return to stove top over medium heat, whisking frequently until mixture becomes thicker. Remove from heat and pour through a fine mesh strainer into a heat-proof bowl. So we're going to need a mesh strainer, which I have somewhere. I don't know where I have it. I definitely have a mesh strainer because I have a clue where it is. I think I know where it is. Bear with me. Right at the back of the cupboard, because it's something I don't use. One mesh strainer. Right. So remove from heat, pour through and fine mesh strain into a heat-proof bowl. I'm not sure that bowl's going to be big enough either. I don't have another bowl. Which is not helpful. So I might have to wash the mixing bowl and then pour it in there. So it might be an idea to start some hot water. Right, hot water is on, so let that warm up the tank a bit and then I can wash up that bowl. Add vanilla and whisk in butter 1 piece at a time until completely melted and mixture is smooth. Place a piece of plastic wrap directly against the surface of the pastry cream. Allow to cool at room temperature for 20 minutes. That makes no sense. Then transfer to refrigerator to chill completely about 2 hours. Meanwhile, prepare cupcakes. Yeah, and then we're on to the cupcakes. Right, so I think I'm just going to put it in a plastic container. Oh, this feels very, very chaotic. It's like, yeah. Right, I think it's milk and cream. Is warm enough now, so it said it needs to go up a heat, so let's turn that up. Right, so now I need to pour this into here slowly. I think. I don't think it says whisk it. While whisking constantly, slowly drizzle. Right, okay. Well, it's hard to whisk constantly when you're holding a hot pan of liquid. Right. Right, add some more. I think this is the hardest bit. I think with the cupcakes themselves, it's just obviously because it's like sponge, very straightforward. Right, that's one pan gone. Oh, where to put things? Okay. It's looking more creamy cold now. Right, then it needs to go back in the pan, which we've got a larger pan, which doesn't seem that big actually. I'm not sure it's going to be big enough. Transfer, oh, just about, yeah. Right, so we need to heat that now on a medium heat. I'm guessing this must set in the fridge and then you whisk it to make like a cream, because obviously it's just, it's all liquid, so. Right, so we've got that. So need to heat that on a medium heat. So I'll turn that up, stir it. Right. What did I say I needed to wash the bowl out for? Oh, because it needs to go in a heat-proof bowl. Right, yeah, that's what I need to, right, so we're not near that yet. Really? Come on. I just want the teaspoon back. Right. Your Chromebook restarted unexpectedly. That's good, isn't it? Restore pages. Why is it restarted unexpectedly? Is it an update? Right, this is now, good grief, starting to thicken. On the stove, it's got lumpy bits in it now, but I can feel it like sticking to the bottom of the pan. Well, it's actually sticking to my spoon, so. I wonder if that website crashed my Crème book. I haven't taken this Crème book on in ages. Come on, where are you? This looks like custard. It's like the last thing I made as well was it's called Oreo Nutella lasagna, which I got that recipe off Instagram years ago, and it's basically a dish lined with Oreos, and then it's like a cream topping, and then it's like Nutella chocolate, and then it's more Oreos, and then you level it up like a lasagna, and then you put it in the fridge, and it's a lot of sugar. And the first time I made that, it stressed me out like hell, but I can almost do that from scratch now. So right, we've got the recipe back. So one relatively clean bowl. So I'm not sure how long we're heating this for. It says medium heat. Until slightly thickened. No. Over medium heat, whisk freely until mixture begins to thicken, remove from heat. Right, I would say it's thickening. Sorted. It's gone very dark outside. So I went out really early this morning because I was up like from 6 o'clock. So I always wake up early, and then I went out early to go and get groceries and ingredients and stuff, and it was quite gloomy then because like early morning, and then by the time I came out of Sainsbury's the sun had gone out and it was starting to get really warm, but I think it did say it was going to rain at 1, but I was like, I can't see it with the way it was before. But now it's gone, seems to get overcast, so I think they might be right when they're saying it's going to rain in the next 2 hours or so. Right, I would say that's beginning to thicken, so I don't like these lumps of corn flour that I've just scraped off the spoon. Well, I'm trying to break them up now with my spoon. Right, that's better. Right, I think that's done. So that's that. So I'm going to pour that into that bowl. Mix in the bowl again, which is heat proof. So I don't, do we whisk it? Placing a peat in I'm not doing that. Heat proof, add vanilla, whisk it so we just only whisk, right, okay. So take that off, turn that off. Oh my god, it's very lumpy. It's like stuck to the bottom of the pan. I've only put that on number 4, wasn't on that high. Okay. I think that's all of it. Yeah, I don't like these lumpy bits in it. Right, what are we doing with this? So we are add vanilla, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. So I got this because there was no vanilla extract. This is another vanilla extract brand. It cost me £5, ridiculous, for a small bottle. But there wasn't any alternative that, on the shelves. The space was empty. So it is expensive when you buy all these components, but for the first time when you don't have them, but then it's a little bit cheaper next time you make them. So for 1 tiny teaspoon, right. 1 teaspoon. God, is that it? Okay. It's done. Smells nice. Okay. And add vanilla, whisking butter, 1 piece at a time. 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Okay. It's not the same when I said 4.5 hours. Ugh. I thought it'd be like I could at least hop between the kitchen and do all the tasks. Unsalted butter, yeah. Yeah, I did get some more, another block of salted butter because I'm doing mashed potato later. So it's going to be a lot of washing up today. Right. 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter, so it's block butter. So is there anything a bit more precise than that? Because no, that's ridiculous, it doesn't even say. Right, okay, so let's just put looking at the markers, 50 grams. I think that's about 50 grams. Which actually doesn't seem that much So that much, 50. If you were to cut that in half, that looks like 2 tablespoons. Maybe put another 50 grams in. Right. One piece at a time. Okay. Well, I'll put one piece in. Until completely melted. Okay, next piece. Okay, so yeah, let's do another 50. Okay, so that's four little pieces, yeah. Third piece going in without dropping it on the floor. Okay. Do some washing up because I think we're almost at the end of this bit. So. It looks like, it smells nice, it looks like custard. So I'm guessing when you strain it, it gets rid of the lumps, which I was going on about. That makes sense. Right, butter. Done. Good job I got extra butter. God, it's going to take me like my whole morning. Go away, Norton. Thank you. Okay, I think that's ready. So we're going to pour it into a container and then it needs to cool and then we need to put it in the fridge. Remove from heat, pour through fine mixture, add vanilla, done that. Done that. Please don't doing that. Allowed to cool room temperature transmitter and transmitter refrigerator. Okay. For about 2 hours. So these aren't going to be done until the end of the day. Which is fine. There's a lot of prep to go into them. So like all I was doing today was making these and then playing some Minecraft. I think that's my day. So. Right, I think we'll be going straight on to the cupcakes after this. That's a bit more straightforward. So I'm definitely doing this with the other cameras next time. There we are. Oh, I could drink the whole bowl. It's just like vanilla custard. I don't know why you'd need to strain it though, because it doesn't seem lumpy anymore. Right, let's see what happens. Right, let's try and not pour this all over the floor. No, there's barely any lumps. No, it's draining slow now, so maybe there is. Oh, come on, have I got to stand here? It's draining. Okay. This is a very, very slow drip. I can't stand there all day. This is ridiculous. So, yeah. Long way to go. Right, we're going to just leave that balanced on there and then just wash up and then see what happens.